Hey football fans, I'm Matt. I'm joined by my friend Johnny, and we're here to keep you guys updated on everything NFL related, from scores to predictions. This is the Third and Long podcast on KCAT Radio. Welcome into the Third and Long podcast on KCAT Radio. My name's Matt. That's Johnny over there. Week 15 looking ahead. We got 3 more weeks till playoffs, and I might cry if I lose in fantasy, but who cares anyway? The Broncos won. I don't really know how to react. How's it going, Johnny?
I don't know. My team hasn't played yet, Matt.
Yeah, we're doing this on a Monday instead of a Tuesday, and Johnny's upset because we can't talk about the Packers, who are going to beat the Rams, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, we should have talked about that today. We'll talk about it later. Who cares? You want to get into a game, Johnny?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan, what's our first game?
Thursday night football, we got Niners Seahawks.
I think this was expected, right?
Yeah, that's what we predicted pretty much.
Yeah, I wanted the Niners to win. Seahawks played a good game, though.
The Packers needed the Niners to win.
They did, but Seahawks played a good game.
Yeah.
This took them a good part out of the wild card race, though.
No, it did. It did.
It's still possible, but they're a ways out.
I don't know why. I feel like I saw like a really good game from both teams, but the Seahawks just weren't able to capitalize.
Well, that's what I mean. You look, both those 3 points there are when they're getting close to being able to secure it and then not. I'm surprised only 21 from the Niners.
No.
Really? Why?
We look over the Seahawks so much. They're
That's
a
true.
solid team. They have
That's
a
true.
solid defense. They have a solid offense. I feel like if I were to rate their team on a scale of 1 to 10, they'd be a solid 7.5.
You know, I think they're going to look like the Bengals next year. I think it'll be like they'll have a really slow start because this is tough to replicate twice.
They won't.
I think they'll have a slow start.
No, they won't. They're
don't?
not going to look like the Bengals next year.
Why? What do you mean? Do you think they'll look really good at the gate?
I think they'll look better out the gate.
Okay. Better than this year or better than the Bengals?
I think they're going to flip how they've been playing. I think they're going to have a good, solid start and then finish
Okay.
the season real crappy.
Fair enough. I think in a couple years they'll be all right, though. Niners just look elite. Niners just look really, really good. But that's all we can really say about it at this point. It's kind of expected. Ryan!
All right, let's go to Cowboys-Jags.
Ryan, you happy?
Perfectly happy. Made the playoffs.
You lost to the Jaguars. Stop
Ryan,
acting like
shut
you're
up.
happy. Shut up, Ryan.
Made the playoffs.
Go away, Ryan. Don't even
Stop
with me.
talking.
But, yeah, Jaguars played a good game. Trevor Lawrence looked pretty good, too, which is better than what he'd been looking like at the start of the season. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, he's made huge improvements throughout the season.
And I mean, he kind of had to as well, right?
But I don't know. I feel like I want to see more from him.
Yeah.
I feel like with how much hype he got when he was drafted, I feel like last year should have been a bigger year for him. I feel like where he's at right now is where he should have finished the season last year.
I think he could be a top 10 quarterback in a couple years.
A couple years. Yeah.
Right
because-
now, it's tough to look at because he's not winning a lot as far as playoffs are concerned and looking at the big games. But in a couple of years, sure.
Okay, but if you were to look at that draft and say, this is how he's going to do for you guys right now, would they still pick him first if they knew that this is exactly what they were going to do out of him?
They took away that issue. What you notice is the reason I think they're good this year is because they went into last year's draft saying, okay, no quarterback problems. We're sticking with Trevor Lawrence. What else can we build around him? And they've done a good job doing that.
But the reason they went for Trevor Lawrence isn't because it's because he seemed to be the most NFL ready quarterback.
That's true. I think he was. But he hasn't crumbled. Even last year, he didn't crumble.
No, he hasn't crumbled, but we've definitely seen some moments where he has not.
That's true. That's a good point.
I feel like for the hype that he got and where he went in the draft and how big he was going into that draft, maybe in a few years we'll look back and we'll say, okay, you know what, that panned out. But as of right now, for him being the NFL-ready quarterback of that draft, being that guy, I do not think that he would have gotten drafted in the same spot with the same amount of hype if they knew that that's what they'd be getting right now.
That's fair. It's a good statement. We'll have to see as time goes off. And I like how we just disregarded that the Cowboys lost.
Oh, yeah, no, the Cowboys suck. That's all that needs to be said.
They're not. I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender as of now. They're slipping for me. I do think they're
going to lose first round of
explosive.
playoffs.
I disagree. I think they're explosive. I think they have a chance to get deep, but I think their opportunities to beat not only the Eagles, but the Vikings if they happen to play them, and all these other NFC teams are going to be really, really slim.
I'm saying they're going to lose first round of the playoffs.
Make a bet on it? What's our wager? Gentleman's bet, put $1 on the table.
Bet you a slice of pizza. At Pizza My Heart.
It's a fair bet. With that being said, next game, Ryan.
Let's go to
so
Bills
hungry.
Dolphins.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan. Do you want to get on the bet?
I think they're gonna have a first round exit too. So
Oh.
yes, I might get on the
Okay.
bet.
So I guess it's just me then. All right, well, fair enough. Bills Dolphins, 32-29. This is good football. This is
Dude.
what you hope for, right?
I was watching the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
First quarter, it looked tough for the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
You see a team that plays in Florida, hot, humid, warm. You
cold.
you don't deal with the snow
No,
ever.
no.
They're going up to Buffalo. Worst possible case scenario for them.
Yeah.
That being said, they pieced together a really, really solid game.
Came down to a field goal.
There was a lot of dropped passes that should not have been dropped, but when you're a receiver that practices in Florida, plays in Florida, you live there, and you go up there, your hands are gonna be cold. Have you ever tried catching a ball when your hands are cold?
Yeah.
It's
Baseball and football hurts
horrible,
both times.
horrible. So we can't blame them too bad.
Yeah.
I like the game though. It was a solid matchup.
Sounds great to me. I mean, any game that comes down to a field goal is a good matchup. You hope for those. You pray for those.
But
Dolphins came out in the start of the second half really well.
they did. But here's one thing that I was expecting the Bills to take this a lot more,
Yeah.
just because they're used to the snow, they're used to that environment.
Sure.
You have guys like Tua, right? Tua's never dealt with
Tua's
snow.
from Hawaii.
He's from Hawaii. He played at Bama.
Yeah.
He might have played a game at Bama in the snow, like late in the year, but I doubt it. Maybe if they play, I don't remember if they played Ohio or something.
Yeah,
and
like
went up north.
Tyreek Hill should be used to the snow. He
That's
should be
true.
used to the cold.
Yeah, with Kansas City and stuff. Yeah, that's a
Jalen
good point. That's
Waddle.
a good point. That might have been Tua's first game ever in the snow in that type of like pressured game.
Yeah, no,
That's
this
a good
like considering that, all things considered, they pieced together a really solid game.
I don't think either team's in trouble.
I think the Bills should have ran away with it more though.
Yeah. Here's what's tough though. The Dolphins are slowly losing playoff opportunities out of the fact that this has been a couple losses to good teams in a row.
And
They're not winning
and then,
against good teams.
a loss to the Packers next week as well.
Go away. We're disregarding that.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not. I'll bet you another slice of pizza on that game.
Okay. Just betting pizza at this point.
Yeah, dude, I'm hungry.
I want to skip around a little bit because I'm wearing the beanie and I get to do what I want. Jets Lions. I am correct still. The Lions can still make the playoffs and are looking good for a 7 seed. Why are you pointing at Aaron Jones?
I love him so much.
But can you agree now that they're a pretty good team?
No,
Why?
no.
Okay. Well, then that's what it's going to be. I just wanted to point out that
I
was
like
right.
Jamal Williams. Scrap the rest of the team.
It's fair enough. We're going in reverse order here because I like to. Ryan, what's our next game then?
Let's go with Colts Vikings. Like, are we gonna ignore the biggest upset in NFL history?
This is not the. Oh, it actually it is. I was thinking of the Raiders game for a sec. Yeah, what happened? I don't know what to say. The Vikings kind of looked like trash.
No, they did. They looked awful.
I get the second half comeback, but like, come on,
frauds.
frauds,
Frauds.
Yeah, frauds,
Frauds.
frauds,
Frauds.
frauds.
Get out of here.
I still think they're better than the Packers.
Nope. Shut up.
Do they play later this season?
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
Yeah.
another slice of pizza.
Okay.
I got the Vikings. I'm gonna owe you like 3 slices of pizza. I'm gonna have to put them on the table too because there's no way I'm not showing them off.
Oh yeah, no, you have to bring them a set.
3 overtime games though. We didn't even say it. Cowboys Jaguars went to overtime.
Yeah.
Texans Chiefs went to overtime, and Colts Vikings.
we haven't gone over Texans Chiefs yet.
We haven't yet. We'll go into it in a second.
We'll get there soon.
But
well,
yeah,
there's also another game to talk
Colts
about.
put up really good amount of points, and that's impressive to me.
Yeah. No. I mean, I feel like that second half of the game was Colts versus the refs.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, but like part of the reason also is the Vikings. Kirk Cousins did not throw a lot of like picks or a lot of fumbles. Their first half deficit was strictly dumb penalties and poor offensive efficiency.
Yeah, agreed. Alexander Madison.
Alexander Madison.
You saw the
I
celebration.
did. What's the game you want to talk about?
I really wanted to talk about New York, Washington.
This was interesting, if only because the playoffs.
Well, no,
It kicks
no.
Washington out.
You want to know something funny?
What?
So, I think it's the Giants or Washington. One of the teams just came off a bye, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, Ryan. Which team came off a bye?
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the Commanders. Yeah.
Okay,
Commanders.
so
Yeah.
Commanders go into the bye, right? Guess who they played the week before?
Who?
The Giants. They went New York bye week, New York,
Huh. How'd they lose?
and that was a prime time game.
How do you lose
Hold on,
that?
Why would they make that a prime time game? They played them 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
It was
No, I'm completely with you. It doesn't quite make sense. It's a really good point, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Giants win. That pushes the Commanders out of playoffs, I think. I think the Lions are now ahead of them.
yeah.
It's just about how the games shake out. Cowboys have secured... Didn't we put another bet on that? I'm gonna have to accumulate the bets and like.
It's 3
see
slices
if
of
we put-
pizza.
Okay, at that point.
It's all on video.
All right,
We'll find
it's,
it.
It's all video evidence anyway.
Uh-huh.
All right. Looking back into the week, we have one last game that went to overtime. We talked about it a little before. Ryan, what's that game?
Texans Chiefs.
Texans Chiefs, close game, another overtime.
How did the Chiefs let this happen, dude? You're within.
Haven't the Texans done this like 2 weeks in a row?
No, they have. They've been making a comeback.
What was
think
it, the
they're
Cowboys?
Yeah.
they're gonna have something solid to build on next year, like really solid.
No.
Yes,
No.
dude, they're putting up
So
24 against
I understand.
the Chiefs.
I'm saying, if you remember what happened to the Lions last year, I'm almost gonna call it like Detroit syndrome or something.
Detroit syndrome.
That's a horrible name. We'll come up with something better.
Awful.
It's a coined term for when a really bad team at the end of the season starts figuring out their pieces and starts almost beating good teams, but they can't secure the victory because they're not actually a good team. Texans are still frauds. They're still not very good, and they haven't been good for a while for a lot of other reasons, but I still don't think they're that good. Yes, they're getting closer. They can't close out games, and even the Cowboys game and now this Chiefs game amounts to this because of a lot of dumb mistakes. Chiefs defense looked horrible.
No, they did, but dude, the Chiefs will always find a way to win. But what I'm saying is that the Texans managing to keep it that close is it's an impressive thing to me.
It is impressive. If they can manage to beat a good team who plays their best game, sure, call it off. Like the Bills-Dolphins game. The Bills won that game because they were playing really well. And the Dolphins also played really well, just not as well. The Texans are in these games strictly because the other team gives them the ball enough and doesn't put up enough points. That's not good offense or good football. That's being gifted an opportunity and blowing it.
Say what you want. I think the Texans will have
I will say what I
something.
want.
I think the Texans will have something to build on next season,
Sure.
and we'll find out about
Sure.
that.
We will find out.
We'll find out about that in a year.
Apparently, we're not going to remember it, but we'll see.
No, we
at some
won't.
point.
We won't.
All right, Ryan's got some cool hot takes for us today. Ryan, what do you got?
All right, today we're going to go over just the AFC and NFC standings for, I guess, playoff contention. Let's start in the AFC.
Who's clinched first off?
I'm going to get to that. So
Okay, I'm sorry, Ryan.
We have Buffalo, who has clinched a playoff
Not a
spot.
surprise.
Who would have guessed?
Not the division, though. The Chiefs have clinched their
Fine.
division.
Yeah, who would actually? That was a toss-up at the start of the year, but apparently not anymore.
Yeah.
And then that's it for clinches. And then you have Cincinnati leading the AFC North and Tennessee leading the AFC South.
I think they'll both win that. I
Yeah.
think the Bengals won't get kicked out. I don't think the Ravens without Lamar in these next is Lamar going to come back next week? Does
Huntley
anyone
has
know?
not been playing well.
I think he's either coming back next week or the week after.
Okay, so either way, this loss this week was huge. Not amazing. Like not going to help them as far as things. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, in my opinion. I think the Titans have it locked up though
yeah.
in the South. Well, that's just the South.
The South.
So yeah, that looks pretty good. What about the wild card for AFC?
So you got Baltimore in first at 9-5.
I think they'll fall out of that.
Then you have the Chargers at 8-6.
Yeah,
And
Chargers.
Miami at 8-6 as well.
who's just in the hunt?
So you got New England Patriots.
Yeah.
You got the Jets.
Yeah.
And you have Jacksonville and
Yeah.
Vegas. And the Browns and Pittsburgh, who
The Browns and Pittsburgh won't make it.
Jacksonville to Cleveland are all 6-8.
I think the Ravens fall out.
I think the Ravens fall out. I think that what were the other teams?
New England and New York
Jets.
Yeah, I think the Jets make it.
Jets are the team that I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. They lost to the Lions this week, but I think it's possible they make it back.
I agree.
It's gonna be slim, but I like it. I
But
think
we're also saying this just based off how they're doing. We don't know the scheduling for those teams.
this is true.
But
We didn't write it out and look at it. I like the Jets as far as how they look.
I agree. I think that of those teams, they are the most playoff.
If the Ravens have an easy schedule, I can see them staying in.
I have the Jets schedule for you if you guys are
What is it?
interested. They have Jacksonville, Seattle, and Miami.
yeah,
They can- They could beat Miami. That's gonna be a close game. It's another divisional game. And
No,
it's the second
but
time they
it's-
play.
That's very up in the air.
That is very up in there. But
Very
they
up in
could
the
definitely
air.
go 2-1 going out.
Things have to go just their
Well,
way.
and the
for it to
Ravens could
happen.
easily go 0-3.
I've got Baltimore schedule
What's
if
Baltimore?
you want it. They have Atlanta, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe they don't go 0-3.
You know what? I think without Lamar, they'll lose. to
Atlanta could
Pittsburgh.
be a top-up or a toss-up.
It could be, and then without Lamar, I think they could lose to Pittsburgh if Kenny Pickett's playing.
Yeah, it's a lot of AFC's a mess. AFC wildcard, aside from maybe the Dolphins, who I think should get in,
Yeah,
is just a mess.
nasty.
And we'll have to see it next week, and we'll probably do another quick segment. So yeah, come back for next week when you get to see us argue about this more.
Not next week.
Not next week. Next week we'll have some other stuff for you, but
Well, next week we're going on a break.
you're right.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that at the end of the show. We have to keep people informed.
Okay.
Anyways, NFC.
Let's go to the NFC. So the Eagles have clinched a playoff spot.
Who would've guessed?
Surprising.
Not the division though. Minnesota has clinched the NFC
yeah,
North.
Ugh.
San Francisco has clinched the NFC West.
Not
and
surprising.
Tampa Bay is currently leading the NFC South at 6-8.
That's so sad. That's so despicable.
And then Dallas has also clinched a playoff spot as well.
Yeah. So the NFC is less of a toss-up. I think the seeding will get mixed around. I don't think the Vikings will be the 2 seed. Like, I think the Niners will win out, and I think the Vikings will probably fall down a little bit, just given the fact that they're frauds and all.
Well, do you think that Brock Purdy will have his moment of downfall?
Well, that's the thing. Shanahan's not going to let it happen. And the reason is he's scheming in a way that allows
Shanahan
him.
can't just not let it happen. Brock
Yeah.
Purdy might just have a game where he
So-
throws 4 picks that
No.
are game altering. Yes.
No, because he doesn't get put in the position to do that. They give him throws they know he can make. Sure, okay, if he misses the basic ones, okay, that's just the downfall of all downfalls. But even if he has a bad game, they're putting him in positions where they're giving him weapons to pick from that are picking apart defenses.
He can still make mistakes, Matt. I don't
Yeah.
think you realize he's a rookie. He
No.
was their 3rd string quarterback.
Stop. Don't mansplain to me that he
No,
can
I'm
make
gonna
mistakes,
mansplain
you
it to you.
baby.
No, shut your mouth. Okay, look, we've seen it with almost every backup in the league,
Okay.
right? They come in, they play one or two really good weeks, and then they just completely wet the bed. You see it everywhere.
You don't know.
Do you agree with me? Tell me that I'm not
do
wrong.
not have the best track record. The thing is,
There's a reason they're backups.
when you look at certain backups, they get put in positions right into the offensive scheme. They've changed the scheme for Purdy because they've said, look, we know you're not going to make the great throws. We don't expect you to. You're a backup rookie. You're Mr. Irrelevant. We did not draft you as our franchise quarterback. That's what they drafted Trey Lance for. They brought Garoppolo as the veteran to be a good backup and assist everywhere that he can. Purdy was not the final option. What they're doing is they're making it so he's making comfortable throws in comfortable situations. Yes, he'll still make mistakes, but the point is the scheme is allowing him not to fall into those pits where he's throwing 4 picks a game. He still might, still could. I doubt it. I don't think he's going to fall. I think he'll be fine.
I think he very easily could fall, and I'm waiting for that to happen when they play in the playoffs.
Well, they're not going to play the Packers, so it
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
If they did, that would make me so happy. If that was his fall apart game,
That would be funny, but I don't think it's going to happen.
that'd make me so happy.
We just kicked Ryan. Ryan, do you think Brock Purdy's going to fall?
I think he will continue to play well, but not as well as he's playing now.
Okay, that's fair. So you just took a middle ground stance.
Yeah, I mean, I
He
think
just
he's
said
all right.
weenie.
He basically said, "I'm getting involved without getting involved."
He's a weenie. What a loser. Give me more AFC. I want more. Or excuse me, NFC.
NFC,
Excuse me,
yeah.
NFC. I'm sorry.
Okay, so in
Who's in the hunt?
the wild card,
Yeah.
let's talk about the wild card. The Giants and Washington are both still in it as of right now.
Washington will fall out.
Which website are you looking at?
I am looking at Yahoo Sports, and this is correct because
Oh, it's
Seattle
really.
lost.
How did Washington stay in?
Because, I mean, Washington's 7-6-1. Seattle is 7-7.
Okay.
Seattle lost. So
But then what happened to the Lions? I
Lions
thought
are
they
also 7-7.
Oh, that brought them to 500 because they've had their bye already.
And then I don't think the Packers are in it, but they're 5-8. So
Hold on. Look up the percentage for the Packers to go to the playoffs. What is their chances?
It's
I
like
need to know.
it's
It's
got to be
not
sub.
very
I
high.
think it's like 19.
It's got to be sub 30. It's funny though.
I think it's 19.
You're still holding hope, aren't you?
No, I really am.
I don't know why.
I mean, they got 4 games left. They would have to win out pretty much to make the playoffs.
And I think that's possible.
The Broncos won this week. I forgot. We didn't
Right,
even talk about it.
are you looking into that for me?
I think it's around 19. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, if we win out the season,
got
that's
that.
those odds are odds I'm willing to take.
No, they're not. You need like 5 people to lose all of these random games. Like I don't. Think
Have you
so.
seen the NFL this year?
That's a fair point. It's totally possible. I can't even deny that.
That's all I need to say.
So, given the recent things, do you think the Vikings even get past? So you said the Vikings go in the divisional round. You think the Cowboys do? Do you think the Cowboys go early, or are they going to make it?
The Cowboys are going to go first round, like I said.
Okay.
I think the Vikings.
Oh, you did say the Cowboys. Sorry.
I think the Vikings will do okay. I don't think they're going to make the. They'll probably make it to the divisional game if they don't play the Eagles.
Yeah, if they play the Eagles. Wait, how would they play the Eagles? They wouldn't play the Eagles in the wild card. They play the Eagles after.
Okay, I'm just saying, depending on what the matchups are like going up to the divisional.
Sure, if they play a tough wild card team, they could lose them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they play, who could they? They could play the Lions again.
They could.
That's possible. Then they'd have to be the.
Or the
They'd
Packers.
have to be the one. They're not going to play the Packers.
Or the Packers.
The Packers are not making the 16.
They could play the Packers.
It could be a Vikings Giants. That would look probable.
Yeah.
Or a Vikings Dallas.
Johnny, I have some bad news for you.
Yeah.
6%.
6? How did it fall to 6? It was 19 last I checked.
Well, because I think if they lose tonight, they're out. That's for sure. I'm pretty sure that's.
But we won't lose tonight.
But you will.
But we won't.
But you will.
But we won't. Pizza.
You want to put pizza on it?
Yeah, I do.
I don't want to do it because you guys might win. Either way,
You know what, Matt?
it's been a mess.
Let me sweeten the deal for you.
Sweeten the deal.
I'll get you a drink with your pizza.
I don't want to buy all this pizza.
Well, see, these are all different games. They all happen at different times. It's not all at once.
Okay,
That's
so
the best part.
if the Packers lose,
Packers lose tonight, I will buy you a slice of pizza from Pizza My Heart and a drink,
and if the Packers win, what do I give you?
a slice of pizza. So see, I'm just sweetening the deal a little bit.
How many bets have we made now?
4.
I don't remember
We
any
made
of them, so
4.
we're gonna have to go back and look at
No,
them.
we will.
But regardless,
A lot of betting going on today.
I think it'll be a wild card playoff season. I think a lot of the wild cards will make it through. I think the Dolphins have a good chance at making it deep into the playoffs, just out of the wild card.
No, I agree. I think the Dolphins are going to do great in the playoffs, but it also depends on where they're playing.
That's true. That is true. Well, getting forward and looking ahead, let's look into Week 16. Big week, big time for everybody. First game I'm bringing up, Rams Broncos. Just because they haven't been into production, I don't think all season, except for maybe 1 or 2 or 3. What do you got for your projection?
I have the Broncos just having an absolutely atrocious game, losing 28-13. I predict they miss a PAT.
You think we miss a PAT?
I think you miss a PAT.
It's not even. You don't even give us the touchdown with 2 field goals.
Nope. I think you missed the PAT.
I have Rams at 23. I have the Broncos at -5.
-5. Okay.
But this win this week means nothing. We're still bad. If we somehow win, congratulations for us. I have 7-3 as my actual one. I don't think we get a touchdown. What are you writing? Are you gonna hold it up to me? Fair enough. He's a child. I co-host with a child. Thank you. Do you want to show the people at home?
Yeah.
I co-host with a child.
You're a child too.
This is true, but
You're wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
I'm sorry. I like Spider-Man. Okay.
You're wearing a kid's beanie.
Go away. Packers, Broncos. Packers, Dolphins.
24-21. Packers win in overtime.
I think the Dolphins get 35 and the Packers get 17.
I think that you're wrong.
I think you're wrong. The Packers aren't good. Jordan Love is not that guy. Is Rodgers coming back?
Rodgers will be coming back.
I thought he would for this game or for this week.
Hold on, Matt. You forgot. Romeo Dobbs is back. No. Don't hold that. Don't do that to me. I'm a child, but I'm not that much of a child.
Romeo Dobbs is not going to make that huge of a difference, I don't think.
Oh, yes, he will.
Your defense is still
Dude, when
hurting.
Christian Watson was gone, Romeo Dobbs was the guy.
Yeah, he's good. I don't think he's that good. I also still like the Dolphins more
We
than
have
that.
Christian Watson.
Okay.
We have Romeo Dobbs and
Okay.
Alan Lazard,
Okay.
all healthy and activated this week.
All wide receiver 2s.
Christian Watson is a wide receiver 1.
And he's a 2 in everyone else's team.
Yeah, because he's just gonna win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
So
That's because Kenny Walker fell apart, but that's a different argument that we'll have at the end of the season because we're going to have this argument.
and then
after
on
he
top of
doesn't
that, Romeo Dobbs was playing great when he was healthy.
Okay.
He's coming back, and I think that he's gonna make an immediate impact.
First
with the
play,
team.
Romeo Dobbs, 2 ACLs gone.
I think
both ACLs.
I think that Christian
Destroyed.
Watson's better than Lazard.
Yeah, they're still wide receiver 2s, but
No,
okay.
they're not.
Sure,
They're not.
sure.
Matt, you're so stupid.
That's not very nice. Ryan, do you what is your level on Christian Watson?
Well, I think Lazard is the big body you need in an offense. You have
I
Mike
agree.
Williams on the Chargers. It's
You
kind of the
realize
guy
that
you need.
Christian Watson and
But I think
Lazard are the
Christian-
same height, right?
Loser, you don't know your stuff. Get out of here.
No, I'm pretty sure
Scrub.
Lazard is 6'4". Is Christian
Nope, go away.
Watson
They're
6'4"?
Go away.
they're both huge. Look it up. They're both 6'3", 6'4", both of them.
Well, Christian
They have
Watson's
tiny
fast,
egos.
and he's the slot guy, I think, in that offense.
That wasn't what I asked. I asked if you liked him.
He's all right.
What
a
about
wide
Romeo
guy.
Dobbs?
He's a wide receiver too.
Yeah, see?
Just you guys wait until next year, and he's gonna put up
What was Jordan Love?
with Jordan Love. It doesn't matter. We have 2
Oh, no, he can
MVP
throw-
caliber quarterbacks.
Go away.
2 MVP caliber quarterbacks.
We're going through 2 more games before Giants Vikings.
Giants Vikings. I have the Vikings winning 24-21.
I have the Vikings losing 16-21.
I hope that's true.
I hope it's true as well. I don't know. It was kind of a far fetch, but I hope so. And then the Cowboys Eagles.
I have the Eagles winning 35-14.
Oh boy. I have the Eagles winning 21-20. I think the Cowboys are still pretty good.
It's gonna be a blowout. Absolute blowout.
We'll have to see. We have a lot of bets on the line. I
Oh,
might
yes, we
come in
do.
crying. There'll be pizza over here. We're gonna see what happens.
Well, the pizza will come in one episode at a time.
It will. But it's been a fun week. We're doing one more handshake because we've had too many this week.
What's on your hand, Matt?
It's a ring. I like it.
What is? Let me see.
It's for
the
my
ring.
girlfriend.
Yeah, let me see the ring.
Okay. Can we get done with this before we go?
No, I want to see it.
You're a
I want to see it right now.
bad person. There it is. All right. Are we
What
good?
does it say on it?
Give me the ring.
What does it say on it?
Johnny.
And, hold on, why
Johnny,
is it just like
Johnny,
so
Johnny,
fat and
Johnny,
flat right here?
Johnny. It's been a fun week. All right.
Matt, why is it
It's been a
flat
fun
right
week.
here? Why
It's
is
been
it
a fun-
flat right there?
It's been a fun week. Okay. It's been a fun week.
Matt.
I had fun. I guess we'll see everybody next time, won't we?
I can't wait to brag to you next week.
All right.
Or no, just tonight. I'll call you tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll see you then.
Well, concluding a very fantastic week of football, an unconcluded week of football. I'm Johnny and this is Matt, and you just watched Third and Long on KCAT Radio.
This series is brought to you by Los Gatos Morning Rotary. Thank you for supporting student podcasting in support of mental health.